Hello YouTube, we're going to extend the snow blade. We got a 6-inch chunk of that. Don't really pay no attention to measurements, but we want to be able to kind of hook on a hook right here to pull this up. Well, we're kind of shortened up here, and if you measure this is 1.5 foot away from the tractor. We've never really liked it this short. We've had the problem with it trying to ride up on the blade when you hit something. Longer, I think, would cure that. And if we're trying to push this top of a snow pile up, this was never high enough. And this is as high as it will go. Okay, we're gonna have a stop builder so we don't damage anything, because before it would just keep pushing up in the air. There was nothing ever really stopped this blade from pushing too high. So we're gonna have the advantage now. We want to push the top of a snow pile off. We'll have a stop built into this mount. Okay, so we'll have that, a picture or something showing that. We're going to modify down here because we don't have the brackets. We're going to shorten this bolt up. You'll probably see a picture of that where I cut it off and weld another bolt. We're going to extend this somewhere here. We're going to find a good spot to cut it, add 6 more inches. That'll bring our blade out a little bit further. And I think it'll be a little bit better, because sitting on the seat, this was always too short. I wish it was always out a little further, because I wasn't getting what I wanted, like I said before, being able to get up a little higher to push the top of snow piles off. And this was just so short. Sometimes if you hit something, it would almost try to ride up on it because it was so short. Longer, I think it will lay down, and we can add some weight to this. Now that we have the winch, we may put some weight bars on this. But then again, we try to keep it off the ground. Pushing dirt or something, we'd want some weight. But we try to keep this off the ground, so don't dig up the ground. I do push a lot of snow where there's grass. So I think we all get the idea, and we'll give you a bunch of pictures and show you the completed results when we're done. What the hell did I just do? It's not as bad as it looks. Get rid of that. This side's beveled, this side isn't. We're going to bevel it the same. We're just showing you before and after. We may put a brace in here too. We're going to crank our welder up. This stuff is 3/16 of an inch thick. We'll be using some angle iron like this to keep this straight. We're just freehanding the camera here. We'll try not to be too jerky with it like this. Don't do that. Make you dizzy. Okay, let's talk more work. We're going to add 6 inches in here. Stay tuned. We'll bring you back when we get it tacked up or when it's all done. Depends how much of a roll we get on welding this thing. Okay, this has a little bit of a bow to it, but it's only about 1/16 of an inch. Excuse me, this humidity's killing me. It is only about 78 degrees today. Well, it was about an hour ago. They can't make up its mind whether it's going to be cloudy and rain or sunny. That is 3 beads. There's 1 down in the groove, then there's 2 more side by side. I don't think we're even going to put any bracing in there. We may or may not. We will put a groove in here and weld that. We will take our grinder, cut a groove and weld that, and then we'll do a sanding flapper disc thing so that will look sort of like one piece when it's painted. So on with the rest of it. We won't show welding the rest of it on. We'll just take a picture when it's all done. Okay, it's kind of ugly. There's 3 beads there. There's 3 here. Kind of ugly, but it's on the inside. And we have beveled this. We will weld this, smooth this. Here you won't see it as much where this meets. We'll weld that. We may change the temperature. Instead of cranking it up, we may weld a little lower temperature and take our time and slow down the wire feed. We're using 30 thousandths wire, MIG with gas. We got the welder on D, the wire speed on 5. We may slow down the wire speed to about a 4 and take our time welding this. because it will make a pretty good fat bead. This is only 3/16, if I didn't mention it's not a 1/4 inch, but it does get thick out here. Okay, we'll bring you back when this thing is done and sitting on the tractor. And we'll take a picture of this when we have it all smooth with the flapper wheel, and we'll have a picture of it when it's painted so you can see how smooth it is. Stay tuned. Okay, we got our beads welded in here. I'm sure we took the picture when we cut a groove in it with the grinder disc. The ugly welds are hidden underneath. This thing's still hot, so I'm going to go take a break. We'll take the flapper disc, smooth these down, and we'll give you a picture of what they look like when they're smoothed down and then when they're painted. Okay, we're 2 foot out now. It was 1.5 foot. We have some kind of hook down there. The hook on there, we thought about building a bracket here with a pulley, but I think I don't have to worry about it. That winch is tough enough. It'll pull this thing up here. It doesn't need any extra advantage. I'm going to make something to put a pin in when I raise the blade, so I can put a pin in there and take the load off of the winch. Excuse the lawnmower there next door. It's mowing time. But I think you get the idea. Something to hold that. Then if I want to use the winch, I can use the winch and have the blade locked up. Or I can also take my blade off. I don't use the last hole on here, so I had a mark right here where I can put the hook anywhere past this line. But there you go. We'll snap a couple pictures of this, and we'll have a couple pictures when this arm is all painted. Thanks for watching.